Bronson with the handles breaking Fortnites. Dagger shots serenade the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony towering beast and down low. Pain control, smash through the snow. Michael swatting dreams, our defense tight. Brooklyn Bridge jump, Michael height on sight.
All right, y'all. What's up, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, a Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop. Hit that notification bell. All right, y'all. Game one is done, and I know when I started my last video and I talked about we going to take game one, how Knicks going to win this in game six. We still got a long way to go, but I wasn't just talking trash when I came out and said we was going to take game one. All right? Now, we're going to talk about this game. We're going to talk about the plays. We're going to talk about what went down, history being made, and we're going to talk about how the Knicks can take game two to bring my prediction to protection. So let's get this started real quick. All right? First of all, we see how the season started. And everybody going off of that zip, Celtics knocking the Knicks off 4 times, no wins. Getting that is a new season once you get into the playoffs. And the Knicks is about to prove everybody wrong. Woke up Tuesday morning today. You watch all the sports shows and everybody seems surprised and shocked. I'm not. Been on Twitter telling people all day long that the Knicks is going to win game one. And I'm telling y'all right now, we're going to take game two. All right? You look at the score, 108 to 105. And I want y'all to pay attention to that score because we're going to talk about that score a little bit longer. A little bit down the road. All right, Brunson, 29 points. Spectacular, Mr. Captain Clutch. Anunoby, secret weapon for the New York Knicks. We're going to talk about him as well. Karl Anthony Towns, people criticizing him. I know he got to play a little better, but it ain't all his fault. And we're going to talk about that as well. Josh Hart, keep doing hard. J-Train, Myrtle Avenue. Brown, 23 points. Tatum, 23 points. Voice a little hoarse. Sorry about that. White, 19 points. The Knicks can keep Tatum in the 20, 25 and under. Brown around 23 points, 20, 19 points. But keeping Tatum and within 25 points and under, we should win game two. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want y'all to watch that score because we're going to talk about that as we go further down the line. Like I said, history was made. Largest halftime comeback in the playoff history. Knicks done it before. Got done too as well. Got the Celtics. Celtics seem like they're being on the short end of the stick when the comebacks. So history is about to repeat itself. Knicks is about to take this series. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Hear it right now. Game 6, Knicks is doing this. All right, let's move right along. Celtics make history. Missed the most threes in playoff history. Actually, I think they took the most threes as well. 45 missed threes. But everybody keep talking about, the plays, how Celtics was wide open, and the Knicks just got lucky. But when you look at the stats, you see that the Knicks was contesting shots. There was only 13 uncontested threes. They shot 45. So you do the math. You know what I'm saying? That means the Knicks was playing defense. People talk about the Boston should drive more to the hoop. I would like to see that, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the Knicks get a little more physical. How far the referee's going to let them go because we see what they're doing with Towns. Like I said, we're going to talk about Towns in a second. But the Knicks is going to take game 6. I've been saying it all along, and I know it's like I'm flapping my gums, but this is about to be a series that nobody's going to forget. Nobody's going to forget. Everybody talking about how the Knicks went down in game 1. In the regular season 4-0. Celtics is destined to win this championship, or is either out of the Cavs and Celtics. And then, like I said in my last video, the Cavs might not make it. I'm telling y'all, the Knicks is about to knock off the Celtics. It might be Indiana and the Knicks in the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, which would be spectacular the way we know how last year went. But this is about to come to light, man. It's about to happen. I know a lot of y'all cats out there and y'all Knicks fans, and some of y'all don't believe it. I'm telling y'all right now, sit back, relax, put y'all money up. I told y'all against the Detroit series when the Knicks was going to win, what game they was going to win. Put y'all money up. If you out there, I'm telling y'all, listen right now. The Knicks is about to take this series, all right? Now, let's get into this a little deeper. Like I told y'all earlier to watch that score because Boston is averaging 106 points. They scored 105. They didn't even make their average for the playoff. The Knicks is averaging 108 points, and that was in overtime. And what would they score? We scored 108 points to 105. I said watch the score. This is the thing that nobody's talking about in the playoffs, what the Knicks is averaging and what we are doing. So if you look how they match up, season stats, these against Detroit Pistons and this against the Orlando Magic for the Celtics, the Knicks is actually doing their thing. They're right there. I don't really like to blame the refs. But come on, they play a big part. And I think some of them games, early in the season, the refs had a big deal to do with the Knicks. They slept up. You heard me complain about the minutes, tired. But if you think about it now, I'm not going to try to eat my words, but the minutes that the Knicks have been playing, they prepared them for this moment right now. The moments that we've seen in the ending of Detroit and the overtime and with Boston last night, the minutes made them mentally strong. Because you think about how many times they came out and played fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Boston are not used to that. They're used to having the league sitting down, resting, be swinging in a bench, just chilling. Now their back was against the wall. Brown was tired. Tatum was tired. Everybody was tired. They losing men. Harford was dead tired. Guys going out left and right. Porzingis, we're going to talk about him as well. The Knicks capitalized on everything that we talked about, the minute police. Now, I guess they can come back because I was one of the biggest yellers when I talked about the minutes. I was one of the biggest complainers. I know if you watch my channel daily, you heard me. But right now, I think that might be the advantage the Knicks have going into this series. Other than that, we're averaging more points. So they can talk about Celtics had a down night and this and that. They only average 106 points in the playoffs. The Knicks is averaging 108. And like I said, we're going to talk about Porzingis, but one thing I want to get into is Cass. I'm not really going to stay on Porzingis that long. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in the regular season, they average 116 points per game. The Knicks average 116 points per game in the regular season as well. So most of the nights that we lost to the Celtics, we was coming off a victory. I don't know. I'm not going to make no excuses for the regular season. It is what it is. It's done. This is a new series. The Knicks started out with game 1 victory as I predicted. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep patting myself on the back, but I'm telling you right now, the Knicks is taking it in 6. They take it in 6. Now let's talk about Porzingis. A lot of people like to say, well, they bring up the last year with Porzingis and how he dominated in the last year playoffs. But if you look at what he's doing this year, he only had 2 games that were seen relevant up against Orlando. One was game 2, he scored 20, shot 5 for 14. So he got to the free throw line a couple of times. 19, 7 for 14. And them not dangerous numbers compared to what I think OG can do in the series. You know what I'm saying? Game 1, 5 points. Game 5, 9 points. Game 3, 7 points. 3 for 10, 3 for 8, 1 for 8. Boston's a good team. They're a deep team, but they get away with a lot of things. And this is the playoffs. The pressure is, number one, the pressure is on the Celtics. And another advantage I think the Knicks have against this team is that they're overconfident. They thinking about the regular season and what they did, not realizing it's a whole new series. I know Coach Manula, well, I messed his name, set them down and try to get them right. But the pressure is on them now. Pressure is dead on the Celtics. They got to come out. They got to win game 2. They got to win game 2. And if they keep going the way they were shooting last night, Brown 1 from 10. You seen that 3 in overtime? That was his first 3. That was his first 3 of the game. Tatum makes some shots. Tatum going to do his thing. But like I said earlier in the video, if we can keep Tatum 25 points and less, we got him. We got him. And if he explode, we can't let nobody else score in the 20s. You know, you got to keep White off the perimeter, contest all his threes. Cause I think he's going to come out and have a better game shooting the 3 ball. But let's slide over to my man Karl Anthony Towns. And everybody's talking about what he didn't do. I seen the man trying to be aggressive. And I seen the man getting frustrated and figure, you know, they're going to play me like this, I'll play them like that. And that's how he picked up his 3 fouls early in the half. But he got to be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Start kicking the ball out when he sees 2, 3 people on him. When they start grabbing for his arms, don't get the flailing and just rushing into the rim, you know, out of control. You got to kick it out. Look for Anunoby. Look for the captain. Look for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Slow down, get your composure, and play basketball. But it's not all on. I can understand how frustrating it can be with people grabbing your arm, smacking you in your face, you going to the rim. I mean, the Knicks got their calls, and they kind of even the calls out when you watch all games. They'll front load the call for the home team sometimes, but it seems like that never happens for the New York Knicks when we're at the Garden. But Karl Anthony Towns, he got to come out a little bit more aggressive, but he got to come out smart with his aggressiveness. He can't just barrel into everybody. If they clamping down on you, kick the ball out. Get into an open space. Find your shot. Get into rhythm. Do the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs got to slow down with the isolation. You know what I'm saying? ISO come when we need it. Let Captain Clutch do his thing when it's time to come. Because, you know, Towns and ISO, you know, sometimes the outcome is not good. You know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing on the perimeter. Move the ball more. We seem to have more success when we move the ball. But I have a feeling Towns going to come out with a better game. The refs might have a little more leeway with him. It's game 2. Bridges, everybody want to talk about Bridges and them 5 picks we gave up. And I've been telling y'all all year that 5 picks I'm not going to say it's not, depending where we picking at, you know, first of all. And with this team, them picks would have been late in the draft. It wouldn't have been like we'd have been in the top 10. Well, we had some picks from other people, so we don't know where they would finish at. So I'll step back on that. But at the same time, the Knicks brung Bridges in for the reason they brung him in last night. He's not going to go out there and get you 30 points and 40 points and all that like he was doing in Boston. In Brooklyn. That wasn't even who he was. That was a role he was forced in, and it was good to see that he could do it. But I know he's more comfortable being the player that he is right now on the New York Knicks, hitting a timely 3, coming up with defensive plays. That's what we brung him in for. Anunoby is that secret rep, and I know some of y'all probably seen one of my videos when I said we're going to start calling this man Sir Anunoby because he's from England over there, so I wanted to put the Sir, you know what I'm saying, make him feel a little at home. But he can be, and I made a video, he can be the 3rd option. He's our secret weapon in this series. Everybody want to talk about Karl Anthony Towns, but we seen what he did last night. So even if Karl Anthony Towns is not having a good night, Anunoby can be that guy. And what I mean by that, when he goes to the hole, he's more physical, he's more under control. What up, Nose? What's up, Nose? Shock the world. I told you that. I told you we was going to win game 1. I'm telling you right now, we're going to win this series in game 6. Like I said, Celtics is going to come out. They under pressure right now. They got to win this game. I was thinking about game 5, but the NBA is going to try to make this a series. You know what I'm saying? If you see how they referee the game with Towns, you know what I'm saying? They're going to make it a series, and the Knicks has got to keep their composure. As I was saying earlier, because I know you just came in, I was talking about how all season long I was getting on the Knicks and their minutes and, you know, overplaying them. But right now, I think that's an advantage for the New York Knicks because even when they're fatigued, You know, sometimes you fatigue, you make the wrong decision. But being that they've been playing all season long, hard, long, most minutes in the NBA out of most teams, starting teams, it prepared them for this. You know, one thing I hate when I see them guys crying to the refs is that they never cry when grabbing somebody's arm. You know what I'm saying? It's crying then. All fun and games. It's all. So they had us. They had us last. Captains until they stepped up, took it to overtime. Don't wait for game because I'm not like you might be game 5. Boston gonna game 1. I 6 and figure out how games that win this in. Come out and win 2 tomorrow. It's over. Your percentage of team coming back, that have been done. Got to be in the 80% area that the Knicks, that a team come back from a 2-0 deficit. But the pressure would be on them so much that I don't think that they will be able to overcome the 2-0 deficit. They'll be coming out trying to just make plays, forcing shots. We'll see game 2. If the coach come out with a whole new scheme, instead of shooting the 3-ball, as we know Boston is known for, and taking it to the hole, like I said in my thumbnail, here's how we can win in game 2. If Missoula come out with a different ball game plan, we're going to have to bring people off our bench, guys that we usually don't play, for size and for rest. Especially if the Knicks have a 10-point lead, I would like to see Tibbs throw out some guys just to have them out there to wear the other guys down. Because if we have a 10-point lead, they're going to be having some of their starters in the game. I want to see Watson, being that Watson is an ex-Boston player. I just want to see some size in certain situations. But you can't really criticize what he done because we won this game 1. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of times I say it's just because of Captain Clutch. But he started missing, and that's when Bridges and Anunoby stepped in. I got some video of that overtime. Let's say some overtime. The Knicks just got in there. Bridges making plays, got the steal, 2 important steals in that overtime. The steal to end the game. Anunoby with the dunk and the M1. That's our secret weapon right there because he's not afraid to go in. He can hit the 3. Bully when put like this. I know Karl Anthony Towns is our best shooter, free throw shooter, 3-point shooter. But when it comes to them 2 players, like in the playoffs, you seen who the better player out of them 2. Now, if the Knicks was to make a trade, like everybody was talking about, Antetokounmpo coming to here and maybe to the Nets or the Heat or the Knicks, Lakers, I think I would rather give up Karl Anthony Towns for Antetokounmpo than try to give up OG or Bridges. I know Milwaukee probably gonna want a nice, better little package, but you got to keep OG. You got to keep OG. If the Knicks do some type of trade where they bring in Antetokounmpo, you got to keep OG. And this one, Antetokounmpo going to have to play center. I know a lot of people talk about Mitchell Robinson. This is probably his last season with the New York Knicks. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks we don't have a first round pick, so we're going to have to do some work when it comes off season. But people talking about Antetokounmpo coming to the Knicks. And if that was possible, it'd be a one year and one and done for Karl Anthony Towns in my book, you know what I'm saying? But I knew that wouldn't happen. I knew they would try to figure out a way to put them 2 on the court together. But to me, that would be hindrance. As good as Antetokounmpo is, he can't shoot, man. Let's be real. He can't shoot. But you know he's going to take it to the hole. But if an injury comes, then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what we got? You know what I'm saying? The way he played, an injury is bound to happen. All right, that overtime, spectacular win for the New York Knicks. We took game 1. I'm telling y'all right now, we're going to take game 3 back home in the Knicks. Because I got a feeling, Boston's going to come out. It's going to be a tight game in game 2. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, some people talking about game 5. You're not the first person I heard about that, Nas, but I still think it's going to be game 6. Yeah, man, shocking the world. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk about Cleveland, man, I got to get to that game right after this. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a feeling that Indiana might lose tonight. If excuse me, Cleveland might lose tonight. I know the refs is going. To me, I think the refs be trying to help certain teams. And you know how the NBA works. People say it's fixed, but we love it. We loved it. We love this game. But Cleveland in trouble. I'm hearing the injury bug is taking its course with the team, and I don't think, I'm gonna be real, like all the hooting and hollering about Donovan Mitchell when we was trying to make that trade or that signing, whatever it was, I really didn't want him. I'm gonna be real. I would have been happy with him, but I don't think he would have been as productive as Jalen Brunson. And yes, I know Cleveland won 61 games. I mean, excuse me, that's Boston. Cleveland won their games. I know. But I don't think him on the Knicks, I don't know. We would have seen what our roster would have looked like. You know what I'm saying? But Brunson, man, come on, man. Brunson. Here we got 2 championships in college. And the thing I like about this team is the cohesiveness, the familiarity with one another, knowing each other. Like when I used to play basketball with me and my boys, we used to go in the park and beat almost anybody. You know what I'm saying? Guys would be taller than us, bigger than us, stronger than us. And we beat damn near anybody because we knew each other and we knew how we played. And you look at the Villanova boys, you see that, the comfortability. That's why Dante was so hurt when he got traded. You know what I'm saying? We all were hurt. We all wanted to see them on the court together. You know what I'm saying? But this 3 right here is enough with Karl Anthony Towns and Sir OG Anunoby, our secret weapon. I'm telling you right now, everybody's talking about Cat is going to be back there. And Cat is up for that game. OG and Bridge going to be the one who need him the most. Captain Clutch will do his thing, and so is needed. Be the 2 guys that get it done, even on the instant end or on the deep end. No people about them, but how you like and Bridge and them bring them guys in. We had to wait for them to develop. We in a win now situation with the New York Knicks. So I'm not mad at them picks. And all year long, you heard me talk about the picks. Like, 5 picks is a lot, but we know what Bridges is capable of. And now we're in the playoffs. We seen what he did in Detroit. We seen what he's doing in game 1 without scoring the ball. You know what I'm saying? Having an off night, but still coming up big in the crucial moments. I know what you're saying, my man, Immortal, but when I say secret weapon, like everybody, the reason why people mad at Bridges and talk about the 5 picks, because everybody thought he was going to be that 3rd option. And if you watch me throughout the season, I said he was our 3rd option. So coming into this series, coming into the playoff, everybody talk about how Cat and the captain got to do this and off the pick and roll and this and that. But OG is the secret right now. He ain't no secret no more. But he is that missing piece for us in this playoffs. Because Bridges is inconsistent on the offense. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing when he need to, but he's inconsistent on the offense. But if OG can get touches like he need to, he can be a very important piece throughout this series, throughout the playoffs. Mitchell Robinson gonna have to put some glue on his hands. When I see the Hacker Mitch or Hacker Shaq, I was about to say, and I watched Tibbs leave him in early in the game, it's kind of stupid for teams to hack Mitchell so like in the 3rd quarter, because all they doing is really putting their players in foul trouble. But at the time, it took us out of our game. So I've been thinking like, okay, we want a big out there. So when I bring my man Hooker Porty out there, give him some run at that spot. He's a better free throw shooter than Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Just give him some burn in them situations, and he's a big body. You know what I'm saying? I know he's ancient, and as I said in earlier videos, that he played in the 2nd best league, the NBL, So I think if Tibbs just give the man some time when needed, that he can produce in this playoffs. A lot of people calling from right. We're gonna see how Tibbs respond. But for us to take game two, Tibbs got to go out as ordinary. He got to do something different than everybody used to him doing, bringing this guy in at this point in time. The one thing I'm liking is that he is giving Brunson rest. You know what I'm saying? Brunson got a significant amount of rest in the third quarter when the Knicks did start making their comeback, even though the Boston was looking good and they did their thing up 20 points. But like I said, Boston only averaged 100 and what, 5 or 6 points a game in the playoff series they had with Orlando. They didn't even make their average last night, and we went in overtime. The Knicks is averaging 108 points in this playoffs, and we scored 108 points. Nobody's talking about what we averaging and what they averaging. And I think that make a big difference because that means they're not blowing teams out like well, they probably. I ain't really follow that series with them. I'm not gonna lie. You watching the game, I don't like Boston. I'm just gonna be real. I don't like nothing out of Boston. I'm a Jets fan, so I hate the Patriots. Yankees fan, so I hate the Sox. Only time I watch them is when we go against them. So if you look at this series, you seen what the Knicks did after being down, referee, crowd, and still hanging on. Like I said, I complain about the minutes, but I think minutes prepared them for moments just like this in the playoffs. Being fatigued, you know what I'm saying? Playing on your last leg and not making mental mistakes. Well, not as many mental mistakes as the other team because they're not used to playing fatigue. They're not used to being in that position. Boston, they always got a decent lead. They can sit down and rest in the fourth quarter. And this might be the advantage for the New York Knicks. OG, I'm going to say it again. He's our secret weapon. I'm just going to say that again. I'm just saying. And we already know what Hart could do. So, I don't know, man. Like I said game 6. My man No says game 5. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all want to make some money, put your money on the Knicks. We're winning this series. That's all I got to say. We win this series. We're about to shock the world. I won't be shocked because I've been saying it since the playoffs start. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it since the season started. The Knicks was going all the way. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at least we have one of the best seasons we had in a while. All the Knicks can do is get better next year, depending on the moves they make. I know we limited in cap space, but Leon Rose has been doing this thing since he's been here. Come on, the Karl-Anthony Towns trade. That's one of the biggest trades in NBA history. I'm just going to say it like that, especially if we win the championship. You know what I'm saying? I think we can win the championship. And in the video before I started the playoffs, I talked about how all the teams that have been making all the noise, you know what I'm saying? Everybody patting on the back, the Thunder, Celtics, Cavs, they all lost their first games. You know what I'm saying? And Cavs might lose tonight. If the Cavs lose tonight, I'm telling you right now, the pressure is going to be on Boston because they're going to be thinking about they can't lose. And these are all advantages for the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That the Celtics supposed to beat us. That they're the better team. You know what I'm saying? They can't play with fatigue. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up in the comments. With that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace. Oh, sorry, there.